Today I want to show you my monorail station. It's the heart of my monorail setup, and two of my three main monorail circuits run through it. It's based on a passenger terminal designed by Denis Michaud. He's never produced instructions for this model. I built it, re-engineered it from photographs, and I've had to change dimensions, make it taller, raised heights, but I've tried to keep his overall aesthetic. So there are a number of features that I'm keen on in terms of the monorail station itself. So if I take the windows off, obviously I like the overall aesthetic, the tiled floors, the way in which the escalator's been built, I found really convincing. Although to be fair, the way I've currently got it, I think that it would probably knock the minifigures' heads off as they went under the actual track. It probably needs to be shifted a little bit further back, and I may well do that when I redo the model. I've got it some 12-volt lights in there, so I'm quite happy with the way this looks. There are some improvements I want to make, but in the meantime that sits there as a reasonably significant building in the monorail setup here, and it sits here just beside the modular buildings, tucked away in the corner of the garage. Behind the terminal is the platform, and this is wide enough for 4 monorail trains. It's based on the famous 1990s set 6399 airport shuttle. I've just used parts from that set and expanded it to fit in those trains. I'm going to rebuild it next year. At the moment it's reasonably temporary. I have the past few years displayed it as part of Canberra's Brick Expo exhibition, and it's formed part of the monorail display. So I haven't integrated it fully into my layout, but I intend to do that from next year onwards. I'm going to connect it a little more closely to the terminal. I'm going to put in stairs and so on. I also will probably use LEDs to illuminate the signals, and so that they'll go red and green when the monorail trains arrive and depart. And I've got other plans as well, but one of the real problems I've had is that as you can probably tell from the noise, I've had to open the garage door to come around and operate the mono switches. If I want to turn them left or right, I can't do that from the main part of the garage. It's too far to reach over. So it means that if I'm going to run the monorails, I first of all have to go around and open the other side of the garage, open the garage doors. Pretty inconvenient, particularly if it's raining or if it's at night, and so I'd rather keep the display with the door shut so people can't look in at it from the street. So I've had to come up with a solution to get the monorail started and stopped and control them remotely. In order to solve the problem of automating the monorail switches, I've used a reasonably straightforward solution. I've got 2 servo motors, and you can see them there, attached to the top of the mono switches. Now the mono switches, of which there's one here, have a central system which allows us to turn the switch. I put this on to change the monorail setting, to redirect or stop the monorail train moving. And automating that means that I can start and stop the process. And the servo motors turn 90 degrees, so they're ideal for doing this. So what I do is I've got it connected to an infrared receiver, which is hidden behind the yellow train over there, which is connected to a battery box, both of which are from the power functions era. If I turn the battery box on, then the trains are ready to go. If I then use my remote, I can set the trains going. And away they go around the circuit. Now the main problem with this system at the moment is that it's battery hungry. These motors only work properly when the batteries are running pretty close to their full 9 volts. Now I would like to set it up to run on mains power, but 9 volt transformers don't work from the 9 volt era, because the IR receiver requires all 4 wires of the new cable, but this only converts the cable only converts the 2 motor powering wires from the 9 volt era. So I've got to do some extra cable work, which is currently beyond my level of expertise. In fact, explaining it is clearly beyond my level of expertise as well, though I know that there are people who can do it, so I'm going to get hold of them to help me out. So I'd rather this was running from mains, and I'd rather not be using 1, 2, 3, 4 power functions extension cables to make it work, but at the moment it is the most effective way of doing it. So I can, if I press stop, I can stop the monorail's trains back at their station, and here they come back. There's the yellow one. The black one's currently running down the spiral of doom and will come into view in just a moment. So it's an effective way of controlling the monorails without actually having to physically go around and turn the mono switches. It's more elegant this way, making it remote control, but it's actually practical because it's out of my reach and I don't have to go around and open the garage door every time I'm doing it. So hopefully that was of interest, and it's hopefully revealed the heart of the monorail system. I'll probably also feature 4D Brix's crossing that is automated and run by a Python script. I'll maybe do that next time. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoy the video, as everyone says on YouTube, you should subscribe and click the bell so that you can get updates whenever I drop a new video. Thanks for watching.